Well, here's something we don't often hear about. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have worked together to pass legislation.
Yep, the U.S. Senate just passed the Respect for Marriage Act, which would make sure same-sex couples have the right to marry. And all of this comes months after Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas said the court should reconsider gay marriage.
Now, today, Ohioans told State House reporter Morgan Trow that while they're happy to have additional protections, the bill wasn't what they wanted.
We had a big church wedding.
Rick Neal and his husband fell in love in the early 2000s and decided to tie the knot in Columbus, Ohio.
The footnote to it was that it wasn't recognized by the state of Ohio or by the United States for that matter.
It was 2007, nearly a decade before the United States Supreme Court ruled in Obergefell v. Hodges that same-sex couples have the fundamental right to marry. But he fears the current Supreme Court would put up the same roadblocks he had to face nearly 2 decades ago for younger queer people like Mallory Golsky.
I did have this moment of like, oh, shoot, should I be worried this right could go away? It adds another level of urgency that most people don't have to consider.
This is why both she and Neal are calling U.S. Senator Rob Portman's Respect for Marriage Act a win. The bill, which has now passed the Senate and returns to the House for an easy vote, would make sure every legal marriage would be considered legitimate and would prohibit any state from discriminating against same-sex or interracial couples married in other states. It would also repeal the Defense of Marriage Act, which denied gay couples federal benefits.
It's a really simple bill. It just gives certainty to people who are married.
Portman had previously told us that he was trying to win support from his fellow GOP colleagues. So in came the compromise.
Religious liberty protections. Nobody's tax-exempt status can be challenged because of this, that people do not have to perform weddings if they don't feel it's consistent with their religious beliefs.
If Obergefell would be overturned now, states like Ohio would not have the right to same-sex marriage. Portman's bill would make sure current legal protections still exist, but wouldn't require all states to allow for marriage equality moving forward.
The watered-down version still creates the divide between what's legal in some states.
Continue in that tradition of making sure that everybody knows that we're not coming after your churches or whatever. Don't worry. They were never under threat to begin with.
House leaders say this will be voted on in the near future. At the Ohio State House, I'm Morgan Trow reporting.